Hi guys, as the title suggesting, today I am going to discuss about the disadvantages of doing self-study. So coming to me, I am a chartered accountant. I did my IPCC second group and as well as the entire CA final by self-study. So I know the things one need to consider in doing self-study and the what are the risks and disadvantages associated with it. So yeah, let's get into the topic. The first, I'm just going to today I'm just going to talk about only three important pointers. The first one is lack of conceptual clarity. So the lack of your conceptual clarity will increase when you opt more and more self studies, because you have to go research yourself, find out that concept available in the internet, and then you try to understand that yourself, and then come to book and again try to apply that, but you are not getting 100% concepts in the online. You might get 20, 30, 40 or 50, 60, 70%. You will not get 100%. Someone has to explain their examples to you also, and then you will try to, wherever possible, you will try to understand. If not, then what you will do, you will try to ratify it. Ratify in the sense, you will try to just memorize it without understanding the concept, right? Just please understand that there is a reason why there is a teacher. Someone guy, some man or woman, but he's there, is spending precious of decades of their life, like 10, 12, 15, 20 years, or even more than that, of course, professors, trying to understand concept, trying to articulate it to students, right? They enjoy their job, but at the same time they make it very easy by taking examples. They'll give you homework, they make you solve the questions immediately after the explaining the concepts to you, and they motivate you. They take the feedbacks, they take the question, they answer the questions. It's a very interactive sessions, right? So what I'm trying to say, when you do self study, the chances for lack of conceptual clarity will increase like anything. And believe me, if you don't have a conceptual clarity, even if you do 100 times revision, doesn't matter, you will still fail in the examinations, right? I faced this problem, but luckily I could able to correct that before the 2 to 3 months of the exams, and able to clear my finals in my first attempt. But please don't do that, by yourself. You also don't do that, right? So as I said, lack of conceptual clarity can never be compensated by in any ways. So if you think that even if you don't do self study, even then also you can go and get the conceptual clarity without going for traditional modes, then you go for self study. But if you don't think you cannot do that, go for some recorded sessions also, guys. If money is the problem, maybe I can help you, but if money is the problem, try to get creative. Like, you can buy classes 2 to 3 thousand. You don't have to go for the topmost faculty in this country, right? You can go purchase local guy who is teaching like 2000, 1500 or 3000 as well. So see, because of pen drive and recorded session, the cost has came down very drastically. So consider this, guy, please. Consider that, realize that no one can replace the conceptual clarity. Simple. And then waste of mental and physical effort. Second point. See, when you do self study, how it goes, I'll tell you. If you pick up one concept now, you'll go do research about it on online or YouTube, then try to get that concept. Go to that summary. Mostly in YouTube, 100% you will find only summaries, not detailed lecture. You go through that summary of that lecture, and then go and try to read that. You will not understand. You go to friend, then ask him some question. He also don't know something. He will again explain whatever he knows. Still you don't know something. You will go and buy some references or easy self-study books which can easily explain Then again you read from that book. Again you will not may not get 100%. You go for some classes, handwritten notes, and then do that, right? So you will have so many materials, so many sources and all. Still you are not having 100% clarity. I am telling everything from my experiences, guys. So that's why I'm saying you, when you do self study, you have to put lots of hard work, lots of effort. People think that when they do self study, they are in fact saving time by ignoring the classes. 80 hours, 100 hours, and 120 hours of classes. The time they are saving, but that's not the case. When you are doing self study, if you are saving 120 hours, let's say, out of not going to classes, you are going to waste at least 5 to 10 times, or let's say at least 5 times of that, that time, by doing self study itself. It's not that easy, right? There is reason why they take that time to teach you. So don't try to overcome that. Don't try to jump or skip that part. Then finally, lack of concentration. See, when you do self study, you are doing it, you are alone in your home or in library or study hall or whatever. But realize that you are doing it by what, all alone. And if you are in a professional student like CA, CS or CMA, and you will be always alone, right, most of the times. So when you do that no alone, you will not have any motivation. You will be very dull or like lazy. You will not have force or motivation. But when you are in class now, the teacher forces you to solve some problems, right? And then you have also your friends who will help you solve the problems, and it will be very fun, very entertaining to do that way, because we are always used to do studies that way in classroom environment rather than doing it myself. So but if you do trying to do suddenly change the method na, what will happen, your entire curriculum is becoming uh, what by yourself. It requires lots of effort from you in terms of concentration and then focus, right? So that's why I'm saying, like if you are going suddenly to self-study, then it will be very difficult for you to cope up. I wasted lots of time not knowing this, even though I cleared my IPCs and final both in my first attempt by doing self-study, but I never realized the cost that I was paying. And at what cost you are doing this. Just understand yourself, right? When you are doing self study, why you want to do that? First of all, ask some logical reasoning questions, right? Like just for saving money, I don't think you will do that, right? If money is the problem, you will always find the solution. But that you know but if beyond that something is you want to do, like just to prove yourself, that doesn't make sense. Because time is the biggest game changer in exams like CA and then CS or CMA. Time is the biggest game changer. So if you are trying to trading that time, going to self study, the cost of doing self study will be always more than the benefit you will be getting from self study, right? So go take proper classes, follow the curriculum. What will happen, no, when you do self study, you will always skip from one subject to other subject, one chapter to other chapter, because there is no one to guide or force you and make you to go in a specific focused or clear path, right? You are at your own boss, so you want to whatever you want to do, you can read. That's why how I used to do. I used to study FR in the morning, in the afternoon I used to do law and all, in the evening I used to do tax and all. That's I'm saying for first term study only. And that's also not consistent. I replaced after 1 week, I replaced law with audit, because I thought audit will be difficult, so I should study audit first. In FR I thought, maybe FR is easy to understand, maybe why don't I skip to DT. That's how it goes, guys. So there are lots of things I can speak, why you should not be doing a self study. But just remember that unless you have a proper reason yourself which you can note down, and you can reasonably justify to anyone or at least to yourself, please don't go for self study, because you are going to waste lots of personal time and energy, and also your mental peace on these things. Yes, because also people usually reach out to me in order to ask whether they should be going for self study or not. Okay, so that's how, guys. So as I was saying, just to repeat what I was saying, so you will always have a lack of conceptual clarity, the problem you will always have, and then you will be wasting lots of mental and then physical efforts doing self study, and then finally you will always have this problem of lack of concentration when you do your self study. Okay, yeah, I hope it could help you. Just try to follow your whoever the guru or teacher is there. Self study is good, what I'm trying to say, but directly don't enter the field without preparing yourself with some proper artillery. When you have proper artillery, then you can practice good, right? That's what. But if you don't even know the how to do the technique, no, how you will go and do practice? Someone has to tell, don't go and do this technique this way, no? That's what. So finally,